Today is Sunday, January 25th, 2026. Don't start your day without this blessed morning prayer of protection. Don't scroll. Stop right here and listen to this, because this message is not random, and it's not just another video in your feed. This is a divine interruption meant to meet you exactly where you are on this Sunday morning, January 25th, 2026. Before you grabbed your phone, before the noise of the day rushed in, before the world asked anything from you, heaven already had your name in mind. Your heart needs this right now, even if you don't fully understand why yet. There's a reason you woke up feeling a little heavier than usual, a little more reflective, a little more sensitive to everything around you. That feeling isn't weakness, it's awareness. Something has been shifting behind the scenes while you slept, something you couldn't see but your spirit could feel. This morning carries a weight, a pause, a holy stillness that doesn't happen every day. Sunday is meant for rest, yes. But this Sunday is meant for protection, alignment, and revelation. You didn't click this by accident. The universe does not waste timing, and God does not miss appointments. If you're listening to this, it's because something that tried to attach itself to you, fear, anxiety, confusion, emotional exhaustion, needs to be cut off before the day truly begins. You've been strong for too long. You've been holding it together in ways no one sees. Smiling when you're tired, showing up when you feel empty, trusting when you've secretly been questioning everything. And heaven saw that. This morning prayer is not here to judge you, rush you, or demand anything from you. It's here to cover you. Right now. Protection is being spoken over your mind because your thoughts have been under attack. Protection is being released over your body because stress has been trying to settle where peace belongs. Protection is surrounding your home, your loved ones, your plans for the day, even the plans you haven't made yet. If you've been feeling like something bad might happen for no clear reason, that's not intuition, it's spiritual residue from battles you were never meant to fight alone. This message is here to cleanse that. Take a breath. Slow down. Let the tension in your shoulders drop. This is your moment to receive, not strive. There are people listening right now who almost didn't make it to this season emotionally. You questioned your worth. You questioned your timing. You questioned whether your prayers were even being heard. But hear this clearly, delay is not denial, and silence is not absence. God has been working quietly, strategically, lovingly, even when you felt forgotten. And this morning, before anything else touches you, heaven is drawing a line around your life and saying, "Not today! Not today will fear control you. Not today will old cycles repeat. Not today will emotional chaos steal your peace. You are entering this Sunday covered, whether you feel it yet or not. And if your heart feels like it's beating faster right now, that's because your soul recognizes truth. There's a reason this feels personal, because it is. This prayer isn't for everyone, it's for the one who's been holding on by faith alone. It's for the one who keeps seeing signs they don't know how to explain. It's for the one who keeps waking up at the same times at night, sensing something is changing but not knowing what? It's for the one who's been asking the universe for a sign and didn't expect the sign to sound like this. This Sunday morning is a spiritual checkpoint. You're not going backwards anymore. You're not stuck, you're being repositioned. And before this day unfolds, before the calls, the plans, the responsibilities, the emotions, this prayer is here to seal you, to steady you, to remind you that you are not walking into this day unguarded. Something tried to reach you, but it was blocked. Something tried to confuse you, but clarity is being restored. Something tried to drain you, but renewal is already happening. Stay with me. Do not rush this moment. What's coming next is not just comforting, it's confirming. And once you hear it, you'll understand why you had to hear this first. As this Sunday morning continues to unfold, there is something important you need to understand before you move any further into the day. What you are feeling right now is not imagination, and it is not emotion alone. It is alignment happening in real time. The reason your spirit feels unusually alert, the reason your mind keeps drifting between calm and reflection, is because heaven is adjusting things around you that you cannot yet see. Protection is not always loud. Sometimes it feels like a quiet shift, a subtle reassurance, a sudden pause that stops you from making the same old decision. This is one of those moments. If you've been noticing repeating numbers lately, 11:11 on the clock when you weren't even trying to look, 2:22 when you questioned your next step, 4:44 when you felt tired or unsure, those are not random glitches in time. Those are spiritual confirmations, reminders that you are being watched over and guided with precision. The universe has been responding to prayers you whispered, not just the ones you spoke out loud. Every tear you brushed away in private, every time you told yourself to stay strong, every night you fell asleep asking for clarity, none of that was ignored. And this morning, before confusion can speak louder than faith, God is speaking first. There is protection being placed over your choices today, which means even if you don't know exactly what to do, you will not make the wrong move. You may feel unsure, but you will not be unsafe. You may feel emotional, but you will not be unguarded. Some of you are stepping into a new season, whether you've named it or not, and new seasons require new levels of spiritual covering. That's why old distractions are losing their pull. That's why conversations that once drained you suddenly feel heavy or unnecessary. That's why your soul is craving peace more than excitement. This is growth, even if it feels uncomfortable. The universe is teaching you discernment, and discernment always comes before elevation. There are things you wanted that would have cost you too much, and protection is the reason they didn't work out. There are relationships that almost continued but didn't, plans that almost moved forward but stalled, doors that almost opened but stayed closed, and instead of disappointment, you are being invited into gratitude. Because what you didn't get spared you from something you weren't meant to carry. This Sunday is not about rushing into answers. It's about recognizing that answers are already forming. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing out. You are being aligned. And alignment often feels like stillness before momentum. If your heart has been healing lately, even slowly, that's because old emotional wounds are losing their power. You may still remember what hurt you, but it no longer defines you. And this is where destiny begins to feel real. Because destiny doesn't start with fireworks. It starts with clarity. It starts when you stop chasing and start trusting. It starts when peace feels more important than proving a point. Right now, your energy is being recalibrated, and the universe is clearing away what no longer resonates. That's why some people may drift, and others may suddenly reach out. That's why your intuition feels louder, even if your circumstances haven't fully caught up yet. You are being prepared for connection that doesn't drain you, love that doesn't confuse you, and opportunities that don't require you to shrink yourself. And yes, this includes soulmate energy. Not the fantasy version, but the aligned version, the kind of connection that meets you in truth, not chaos. If someone has been appearing in your thoughts unexpectedly, or if you've been feeling a pull toward emotional clarity, it's because something is being revealed. Either a bond is being strengthened, or a lesson is being completed. Both are forms of protection. This Sunday is a spiritual checkpoint, and you are passing it by simply being present. Even your exhaustion has meaning. It's a sign that you've outgrown survival mode. Rest is not retreat, it's preparation. And as this prayer continues, as this message settles into your spirit, understand this one thing above all else: nothing meant for you can bypass divine timing, and nothing not meant for you can force its way in. Today is covered. Your steps are guarded. Your emotions are being steadied. And before this day ends, you will notice a moment of confirmation, a small sign, a sense of peace, a sudden knowing that reminds you that you are not walking alone. Stay open. Stay grounded. What's unfolding now is only the beginning, and the next part will reveal why this protection had to come first. Right now, listen closely, because this is not just another message to scroll past. This is your soul being spoken to directly, and if you feel a flutter in your chest or a pull in your spirit, that's confirmation that you are meant to hear every word of this moment. Something inside you has been waking up quietly, subtly, like the first light of dawn brushing the horizon, and it's time to recognize that the restlessness you've been feeling is not anxiety but awakening, a signal that your soul is ready for what you've been praying for even before you knew how to ask for it. And if your heart has been heavy with questions about love, destiny, or purpose, hear this clearly. The universe has been arranging circumstances and encounters in perfect order to bring clarity, not chaos, and to protect you from distractions that would have slowed your spiritual growth. Because the truth is, some people, situations, and opportunities are designed to appear just enough to teach you a lesson, but not enough to derail your destiny. And if you've been noticing signs, angel numbers, repeated dreams, synchronistic moments, or even unexplained feelings that feel like nudges from another dimension, these are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your spiritual frequency is aligning with your highest path, and every small whisper, every moment of déjà vu, every instinct that feels like it's pulling you towards something greater is the universe saying, "Pay attention. This is for you. This is your moment of awakening." And I want you to understand that spiritual awakening isn't always dramatic. It often starts with subtle recognition, a quiet awareness that things you once chased no longer satisfy you, that people who used to drain you now feel distant without explanation, and that your heart is craving authenticity over convenience, peace over approval, and clarity over chaos, because your soul remembers what it came here to do, and it will not settle for anything less. And today, this Sunday, the energy around you is shifting in ways you can't fully see yet, but your spirit already feels it, like a prelude to a symphony that is about to change your life. And this is why your morning prayer of protection is crucial, because protection isn't just about guarding against negative energy or danger. It's about creating a sacred space where your intuition can rise without interference, where clarity can manifest without distraction, where your heart can finally receive what it's been asking for without fear. And if you've been feeling lonely, overlooked, or unsure, understand that loneliness is not rejection. It's preparation, a necessary pause before alignment, because God, the universe, or whatever higher power you connect with, is ensuring that when the right people, opportunities, and experiences come into your life, you are ready to receive them fully, without compromise, without doubt, without hesitation. And this is why soulmate energy is appearing now, whether in the form of people, relationships, or divine experiences. Because the right connections will no longer enter your life through chaos or confusion. Nothing that is meant for you can be stopped. Nothing that is aligned with your path can be delayed. And every challenge, every obstacle, every moment of doubt has been used as a preparation tool to elevate you, strengthen you, and awaken a level of discernment you didn't have before. Because discernment is the secret key to spiritual protection, emotional clarity, and destiny alignment. And as you receive this prayer today, let it remind you that protection does not always arrive as a shield you can see. It often comes as guidance, intuition, insight, and the quiet removal of what is not meant for your journey. And if you've been noticing subtle shifts in relationships, finances, career opportunities, or personal growth, that's because the universe is recalibrating everything in your favor. But it requires your awareness, your stillness, your willingness to listen, and your readiness to trust the process. Even when you don't fully understand it yet, because true spiritual growth never rushes. It arrives in divine timing, perfectly sequenced, and often in ways that feel miraculous, yet completely natural once you look back and realize how the pieces were always moving in your favor. And this is why paying attention to small signs, dreams, intuitive nudges, and repeating numbers is critical, because they are divine. Breadcrumbs leading you to clarity, to purpose, to people, to experiences that will accelerate your spiritual awakening, emotional healing, and ultimate fulfillment. And if you've been struggling with fear, doubt, or uncertainty, know that these feelings are simply indicators that the old you is being shed, that protective walls are being replaced with discernment, that hesitation is being replaced with confidence, and that the divine timing of your life is unfolding exactly as it should. Because protection comes before promotion, clarity comes before connection, and awakening comes before alignment. And when you fully receive this, when you fully allow this prayer to cover your morning, you will notice a shift. Not just in your mood, but in your energy, in the way you perceive situations, in the way opportunities and people present themselves, and in the sudden, undeniable understanding that your spiritual path is secure, that your emotional path is guarded, and that your destiny is being orchestrated with precision, care, and love beyond comprehension. And all that remains for you to do is to receive it, trust it, and allow the divine process to unfold without interference, because control is not your job anymore. Your job is awareness, surrender, and faith. And if you listen closely, if you stay present, if you stay receptive, you will notice the first signs of alignment today, and they will be unmistakable. A word, a feeling, a presence, a moment, or a synchronistic event that reminds you that nothing in your life happens by accident, nothing that touches your spirit is meaningless, and nothing meant to elevate, protect, or guide you can fail. And as you continue through this Sunday, understand that this prayer is more than words. It is a spiritual framework, a covering, a shield, and a light illuminating the path ahead. And as you embrace it, you will begin to see your life differently, feel your heart differently, and respond to challenges and blessings differently, because your consciousness is expanding, your intuition is sharpening, and your soul is awakening to the truth that you are always, always, always protected, divinely guided, and perfectly aligned with your highest purpose, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not misfortune, not delay, can undo what has already been divinely set into motion for you. Now listen carefully, because this part of your message is deeply personal, and it is arriving at a time when your spirit is ready to receive revelation and clarity. If your heart has been restless, if love has felt complicated, distant, or confusing, if you've been longing for connection that feels pure, safe, and aligned, then this is for you, because the universe is beginning to realign energies in your favor, energies that will reveal not only who belongs in your life, but who does not. Energies that are bringing divine confirmation to situations that have left you uncertain or your heart questioning whether timing, fate, or destiny is even real. And hear this clearly, soulmate energy is real, but it always comes with spiritual timing, emotional alignment, and divine protection, which means that before the right connections can arrive, the wrong ones will naturally fall away, leaving space for what truly resonates with your soul. And some of you have been noticing recurring thoughts, fleeting memories, or dreams about someone from your past, or perhaps a person you have yet to meet. And these are not coincidences. These are signs, confirmations, and gentle nudges from your angels that someone significant is either being prepared for your life or is already being guided toward you, and your spirit recognizes them before your mind does, because the soul always knows the truth before your circumstances reveal it, and this is why paying attention to small details is crucial. The time of day, the places you feel drawn to, the messages you receive in songs, texts, or even casual conversations. All of these can be divine breadcrumbs leading you closer to alignment, and as this Sunday morning unfolds, protection is being spoken over your heart, mind, body, and soul, because not every connection you are about to encounter is meant to remain, and the universe is removing anything that is not aligned with your highest good, anything that would bring confusion, heartbreak, or unnecessary delay, and in its place, opportunities, relationships, and experiences are being introduced that will nurture your growth, support your emotional healing, and elevate your spiritual awareness, because your soul is ready to operate at a higher frequency, and anything that cannot meet that frequency will naturally step aside, leaving only what resonates with your purpose, your journey, and your divine path. And if you have been struggling with fear, doubt, or the unknown, understand that these feelings are simply indicators that old patterns are dissolving, that spiritual protection is in place, and that clarity is beginning to emerge. And this is why angel numbers, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges are appearing in your life now, because the universe is confirming that you are on the right path, even if it doesn't always feel linear. And the truth is, spiritual awakening is not about perfection. It's about awareness, growth, and alignment. And part of this awakening involves recognizing who, what, and where is truly meant for your life, and releasing anything that has been holding you back emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. And some of you may notice a sense of emotional relief or lightness today as a result, as though a burden you weren't even fully aware of has been lifted. And this is protection at work, because divine timing always begins with clarity, and clarity requires removal of interference, confusion, and unnecessary distraction. And as you continue through this day, notice how your intuition feels sharper, how your heart feels more open, and how your energy begins to attract people, opportunities, and experiences that feel natural, aligned, and empowering. And some of these connections may initially appear subtle, almost insignificant, but they are the early signals of alignment, the spiritual confirmations that your prayers are being answered in ways that the mind may not yet comprehend, and your soul is already recognizing them, because divine orchestration is always ahead of human understanding. And if you have been waiting for confirmation about love, life direction, or spiritual purpose, it is coming now, even if the signs are small, seemingly random, or difficult to explain, because the universe communicates through subtleties that only an awakened heart can fully recognize. And this is why protection and alignment are critical before major breakthroughs, because your heart must be ready, your spirit must be clear, and your energy must be prepared to receive without interference. And the alignment you are experiencing is not only about relationships, it is also about your career, your spiritual growth, your emotional maturity, and your personal destiny, because everything in your life is connected energetically. And when one area of your life comes into divine alignment, other areas naturally follow. And this is why paying attention to synchronicities, angel numbers, repeated messages, dreams, and intuitive nudges is essential, because these are the universe's way of guiding you without forcing your hand, allowing you to recognize your own power and make decisions in alignment with your highest good. And as you integrate this awareness into your life today, you will begin to notice shifts in your relationships, your career, your mindset, and your emotional state, subtle at first, then more profound. And with each shift, the divine confirmation grows stronger, reminding you that everything is happening for you, not against you, and that protection, guidance, and alignment are not random. They are strategic, precise, and deeply loving. And as this Sunday unfolds, the angels, the universe, and your higher self are all conspiring to bring clarity, peace, and alignment to your life, even if the human mind cannot yet see the full picture. And the final truth you must hear is this: your heart is safe, your path is guarded, your relationships are being refined, and your destiny is unfolding exactly as it should, because protection, alignment, and revelation always precede breakthroughs. And today, all three are already at work in your life, preparing you for a future that aligns with your soul, your purpose, and your highest good. And the moment you realize this, the moment your heart fully trusts it, you will feel an unshakable peace, a deep knowing, and an emotional clarity that confirms you are exactly where you are meant to be, experiencing exactly what you need to experience, and drawing in exactly what belongs to you, and nothing at all that is not meant for you can bypass the protection that is surrounding you today. So remain present, remain aware, and remain open. Because the universe is speaking, your angels are guiding, and your soul is ready to receive the blessings, clarity, and alignment that have already been set into motion. Now listen very carefully, because what you are about to hear is the culmination of everything the universe has been trying to tell you. And if your heart is beating faster, if your chest feels tight, if your spirit feels electric, that is confirmation that you are ready to receive the ultimate blessing and divine alignment that has been prepared for this very moment. Today, this Sunday, January 25th, 2026, is not like any other Sunday. This is a day of spiritual reset, protection, and profound revelation. And before you move any further into your week, before you make any decision, before you even take a single step outside of your home, hear this clearly. God, the universe, and your angels are surrounding you right now with invisible, unshakable protection that will guard your mind, your heart, your spirit, your family, and every path that is meant for your highest good. And nothing that is not aligned with your destiny can cross into your life today. Nothing that is meant to steal your peace, your joy, or your clarity can touch you, because the divine is actively working in your favor, redirecting situations, removing obstacles, and orchestrating connections that will elevate your life in ways your mind cannot yet fully comprehend. And if you've been feeling lost, overlooked, or uncertain about love, opportunity, or your purpose, understand that every moment of doubt, every tear shed in private, every prayer whispered in silence has been heard, acknowledged, and answered in ways you will soon recognize. And this is why the angels, the universe, and your higher self are speaking to you now. Pay attention to small signs, repeated numbers, subtle synchronicities, unexpected messages, and gut feelings, because these are the breadcrumbs of destiny leading you to alignment, clarity, and divine fulfillment. And your soul has been waiting for this clarity, this protection, and this activation for a long time, and now it is being delivered, fully, in perfect timing, without compromise, without error, and without delay, because divine timing is flawless, and you, right now, are stepping into it. Even if you cannot yet see the full picture, even if the world seems chaotic, confusing, or uncertain around you, because the unseen spiritual forces are working tirelessly to secure your path, your destiny, and your peace. And if you have been wondering about love, soulmates, or the return of someone significant into your life, know that this is a season of emotional revelation, a time when masks will fall, truths will surface, and connections will either deepen in authenticity or be gently removed for your protection. And this does not mean rejection. It means realignment, clarity, and preparation for relationships that are meant to nurture your growth, elevate your energy, and bring the kind of love that does not drain, confuse. Every step you take today, every thought you entertain, every choice you make, is guided, guarded, and aligned with your highest good. And if you've been carrying emotional baggage, fear, doubt, or uncertainty about the future, let this be the moment where it begins to lift, where clarity replaces confusion, where peace replaces worry, and where spiritual awareness replaces hesitation. Because the universe is speaking directly to you. You are safe, you are loved, you are divinely guided, and your path is being illuminated in ways that surpass human understanding. And even if your eyes have not yet seen the tangible results, even if your mind has not yet fully grasped the shifts, your soul already knows, your intuition already senses, and your spirit already recognizes that protection, blessing, and alignment are active in your life. And there is a reason you are hearing this now, because the timing is critical, and the angels want you to know that your destiny cannot be derailed, your path cannot be blocked, and your soul cannot be harmed by what is not meant for you. And as you breathe in this moment, as you accept this divine coverage, as you receive this sacred blessing, prepare yourself for signs, confirmations, and awakenings that will appear suddenly, subtly, yet unmistakably, because your breakthrough, your alignment, and your spiritual elevation are imminent, and your life is about to reflect the divine orchestration that has been working silently behind the scenes. And now comes the most critical part to understand. Protection, blessing, and alignment do not mean that challenges will not appear, but they mean that every challenge that comes will serve your growth, your awakening, and your preparation for something far greater, and that nothing meant to harm you will succeed, nothing meant to derail you will prevail, and everything aligned with your purpose will be drawn to you, confirmed, and revealed. And this is why angel numbers, synchronicities, nudges, dreams, and intuitive hits are appearing in your life today, because these are divine confirmations that your steps, thoughts, and decisions are being guided with precision, care, and love. And if you continue to trust, continue to listen, and continue to surrender, you will notice a shift in your energy, in your surroundings, in your relationships, and in your opportunities, where everything that was previously unclear, hidden, or confusing will suddenly make sense, will suddenly reveal itself, and you will finally feel the unmistakable peace of knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and the universe has been protecting, guiding, and preparing you for this precise moment. And now here is your final prophetic insight, your ultimate blessing, and your cliffhanger. Something significant, something long awaited, something divinely aligned is about to appear in your life, but only if you stay alert, only if you pay attention, only if you allow your intuition, your signs, and your guidance to lead you, because the universe never forces, it always coaxes, guides, and confirms, and when this moment arrives, you will know it instantly. A sign, a feeling, a confirmation will appear so clearly, so undeniably, that your soul will recognize it immediately, and that is your divine moment of awakening, blessing, and alignment. So receive it, trust it, and prepare for it, because today is not ordinary, your protection is real, your blessings are active, your destiny is unfolding, and your soul is finally being fully aligned with everything you have prayed for, everything you have waited for, and everything you are destined to receive. And the only thing left for you to do is to stay present, stay aware, and remain open to the miracles, confirmations, and divine interventions that are now moving in your favor.